So I got scammed. Yeah, let's get into it. So over the weekend I went camping, and basically I don't know why I just assumed like this brand sent me like this deal and stuff. I checked my email and it was like 9:30ish, I guess I would say. And so I had this email that just had been sent to me. So this is what the email said. This was their logo, right? Looks so legit. And I was like, oh my gosh, like Essence, like I've been loving their products. Like I was like, wow, like I was not expecting that, but it literally seems so legit. Because it was like invitation to join the Essence Cosmetic 2026 brand ambassador program. And I was like, oh, okay. Like this would be my first big collaboration. No other brand has ever reached out and wanted to collab with me with this kind of deal. The way they get you, they're like, we're gonna send you monthly PR packages and a personalized discount code, and spotlight on platforms. Like you're like, oh yeah, like that's usually like what they do and whatnot. And then the next part was, we're going to be compensating you for all of this content we're going to ask you for. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, like I've done my research on UCG. I was like, oh, that seems legit. Like they're going to offer me $1,500 for 3 months. And I was like, whoa, I've never had a paid collaboration. So I was like, that's like exciting, like if this is real and whatnot. But then this is where it gets kind of crazy, because I looked at their email and I was like, well, why didn't I do that first? Like that's that's like common sense. So it says info.essencecosmeticsinfluencer@gmail.com. Now if you've been in this game for a while, you know a lot of the brands don't use a @gmail.com email. They'll use a verified email through like a domain and stuff like that. And so that's where I was like, okay, well maybe, like you think about it, right? And you're like, well maybe they don't have it set up. Okay, well actually Essence has a pretty big platform, so it's like, yeah, there's no way. That should have been the first thing I checked. So after I responded to the email, I was just like, hi, I would love to learn more information. Um, Basically, can you like tell me and like explain this to me and stuff? Because that's also like kind of common sense. Before you accept a deal and just say yes and send over your information, you need to make sure you know everything, right? And so then they responded to me and they were like, this is everything you can expect. Them asking for my full name, mailing address, the country I live in, my age, my email address, which they already had, my phone number, my occupation, and my gender. So that's what I was like, wait. I literally took a step back and I was like, that's kind of weird. Like, any other brand I've accepted a collaboration from never ask those things of me. They just ask for my shipping address and that's it. And at minimum, my phone number. Like, if it's from an outside type of, like, outside the US type of situation. You girlies have to be careful, please. I know it is so exciting. Trust me, I've been there literally. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to accept this deal. Like, oh my gosh, I'm getting paid that much for content. Like, that's crazy. Because, like, I know it's true. Like, you can get paid. And I tried to reach out to Essence Cosmetics about this, but it was the weekend, so I wasn't expecting an answer or anything. But I just used my own judgment and I was like, well, obviously, like, it's not real. So if anybody ever asks you any of those very, very specific questions, gender, occupation, and stuff, do not give them that. I think it is very obvious to never give anybody your social security number, your credit card numbers, and stuff. Nobody will ever ask you to pay for shipping ever, especially if it's a gifted collaboration. Like, that's what I've learned. I've gotten a few gifted collaborations and I've never had to pay for shipping or anything. So it's very crucial. You just really have to pay attention and never send anybody your personal information or anything. It is just so, so important. Like, you have to watch out for yourself and do a lot of research before you even start to accept gifted collaborations. I think that is really important. That way you can tell the difference between what is real and like a verified brand and whatnot. So here's everything, and feel free to pause if you want to read. Right? It's like such a long email. Okay. And it's also the signature for me. Like, I was like, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. And there's a link down here too. Never click a freaking link. Okay, you don't know what it's connected to. You literally don't know what it's connected to. Never click a link. This is where they literally asked me, like, all that information. This is also how I caught them in a lie. I was like, for security purposes, would it be possible to send me over the ambassador agreement or documents to review before I provide my personal information? I think that's pretty standard. Like, if anybody, like, you have the right to review that agreement and everything before you even accept the collaboration. So they responded back, so basically saying, like, we're unable to send you the documents because we need all of your information and stuff. And I was like, no. I was just like, absolutely not. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please be very, very careful, and I love you guys so much. Bye.